Everyone, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the 608 Soundcheck. Today, my guest is Allison Sky.
I'm gonna keep going like a river keeps flowing, and I know who I am, and you can't take that away from me.
Allison is a singer-songwriter from the Crosse area who has just put out a new EP, Behind This Smile, which came out on May 1st. Today we sit down and talk about everything from putting out the new EP to performing around the Crosse area to battling a long-term condition that may not be taken so seriously by the medical profession, and a journey of overcoming, a journey of healing, and using music as a way to instill hope in others. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of the 608 Soundcheck. Thank you. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, I'm great.
So I always like to start these out with, because I like the shtick, right, is that I go anywhere I can set up. So where are we right now?
Pettibone, the gazebo, outside.
And why are we here?
Because I just love outside. I love nature.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm super happy that they have power because
Yeah,
that
me
makes
too.
this a lot easier.
I didn't know that, but I'm glad it worked out.
Okay, so hi, I'm here with Allison Sky today. Can you tell us just a little bit about who you are, like your elevator pitch of yourself?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, Allison Sky. That's my name. I'm born and raised in the Crosse area, so I've lived in Wisconsin my whole life. Music has always been my passion, but it hasn't been until the last 2.5 years that I just began to put myself out there with my music. And do I have a genre? I get asked, like, what kind of music are you? I am saying pop folk, but I really just don't like categorizing my music. But that's what it is for now, is pop folk. And the EP that I just released on May 1st was inspired by my journey with chronic Lyme. So all the songs are really about overcoming and moving forward and moving out of your own way. And in the future, I don't know that I'll like continue to like write specifically about that, but I just felt like this first project that I put out had to be about that. And now I can move forward. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. How did you sort of get started with music? What sort of inspired that journey?
Yeah, my dad. He's a singer-songwriter as well, and growing up, he would record his own music in our house, and so he'd always be with his guitar, writing his songs, and that's what really inspired me. And then I grew up listening to a lot of country music, so I watched a lot of CMT music videos. I would dance around my yard pretending I was in a music video.
Yes.
And yeah, early inspirations, Martina McBride would be one of my top, and she was actually my first concert too, which was a really great concert experience. Other artists I feel have influenced my sound would be Colby Calais, Sarah Bareilles, Rachel Platten, like those kind of artists.
For sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. When did music stop becoming like a something you do in your bedroom and you decide to like, I'm going to do something with this?
Well, I knew at a young age I wanted to do something with it, and I would submit things to contests. Like, I submit an original piano piece that I wrote when I was 14 to a statewide composition project. I knew I wanted to do this, but I would just do little things like that, and I was dealing with health issues even as a kid, so it wasn't until, like I said, the last 2.5 years that I've been like, you know what? I don't want to wait anymore, and I don't want to look back and say, I wish I would have given that a shot. Like, you just never know when you put yourself out there what's going to happen. So it's really been the last couple of years that I've really started pushing and giving it a real try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you have struggled with Lyme disease. Right. Let's dig into that a little bit. So like, if you listen to the EP, which is fantastic, by the way, it's a journey of sort of like overcoming a lot of like medical things, like people, doctors not listening and things like that. So I feel like that's something that a lot of people have experienced, especially with the current medical system. Can you kind of go into like what I mean, what all
that is.
happened? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so long. We don't want to be here all day. But as a kid, I would have now what I would say is like a flare up of Lyme, and I would go in and they would run different tests, but I would always end up leaving just being told that, oh, you just have a virus, or we can't find anything, like your levels are good, yada, 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 send you on your way. And that would happen over and over to the point where it's just like, I wouldn't even go in anymore if I was having a flare up, because I was like, they're not going to help me. They're just going to tell me to take this or take that. Like one time I sat in a waiting room for hours and hours, or actually I was in the emergency urgent care because regular urgent care wasn't open, and I remember sitting in this room for like over an hour and no one came in and checked on me. And after being there for 3 or 4 hours, I just got told that I had acid reflux, and I was like, I know this is not what I have. It's much more than that. So I didn't find out that I had Lyme until I was 23. I'm 32 now, so it's the last 10 years almost have been a healing journey. But it took me like my entire childhood until 23 to even figure out what is going on. And I had mentioned things about Lyme as I got closer to 23, because you start doing your own research when you get shut down so many times. And I was kind of thinking it was maybe that. And I brought it up to a practitioner, and she just told me, oh, Allison, you don't want that diagnosis. And I was like, well, no, I don't.
Yeah.
But we haven't figured out what's wrong, and I want to figure that out because I'm sick of feeling this way. I feel like I'm dying. So
Yeah. And that's something that like I also have had a struggle with just like when I was around 21 or something like that, I got really sick and I was unable to eat anything. And for months and months, it was like go in, get endoscopies, colonoscopies, like emptying studies.
And did they find anything?
No. I mean, the only thing they ever ended up finding out was that my gallbladder was not working like up to 100%. So they're like, we can take it out and try and see if that, and they did. And it, like over the course of the next like 7 or 8 months, I like gradually got better, but like it was so, I lost like 110 pounds in 6 months because I couldn't eat anything. And I was like literally dying. And it was like, so I fully understand the frustration of going in and like, I know something's going on, and they're like, maybe you just have anxiety, or maybe it's just like,
and that is what I was told. You know, I'm like, I want to know why. Like, if I have something, like, tell me why. I want to know. I want to know what caused it.
Yeah, and it really is. It's just such a validating feeling to finally like hear somebody be like, yes, something is even if it's something that you can't cure, or it's you know, just
at least
like
you have an answer. And I was actually very excited and happy that day that I found out I had Lyme, because the first person I called, I was like, Mom, I'm not crazy, and I'm crying. Yeah. So it was very validating and very encouraging to know that what I'd been experiencing for so long, someone else had been through too.
So how does that then translate into this EP that you wrote?
Yeah, well, I didn't write any of these songs while I was going through this because I was mentally like so unwell, physically and mentally unwell. There's no way I could have written any of that. And it took me this many years now to have this more positive perspective of what I went through. Because when you're going through it, no one's like, oh, gee, I'm so happy that this is happening to me right now. You're just like, get me out of this.
Yes.
But I can look back now and see how it strengthened me as a person, how it's given me a lot more knowledge about my body, how it's introduced me to so many different people from around the world that I would never have met if I had not gone through this. So I do see it as a blessing now. I mean, I wish I wouldn't have had to suffer physically and mentally, but it gave me these songs, and it's hopefully will encourage someone else that's going through it right now.
For sure. I think so.
Thank you.
Is this something that like you foresee, or I guess back up, different way to phrase this. Have you always wrote from more personal experiences like this? Is this like your style of songwriting to take things that you've been through? And
Yeah, I'm not good at like writing what I don't know. Like I have to write. I mean, sometimes I can embellish a song. If it's more of a storytelling song, it might start off somewhere real, and then I take it somewhere where this didn't happen. But for these songs specifically, it's all like, this is all my story. Like I didn't I didn't change anything to make it sound cool. Like,
Yeah.
this is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you like what? I guess in the decision-making process of writing these songs and deciding that this was going to be a project, what were you hoping to like? Obviously, like letting people know that there's more people like them out there that they
Right.
might. But what were you hoping to convey with this?
Yeah, I want to give people hope. I want to encourage people that where they are right now doesn't mean that's where they're going to be in 10 years. Like, it doesn't have to be this way. And honestly, if I had sung these songs to myself 10 years ago, I wouldn't have listened to me. I would have been like, that girl's crazy. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. But I've been through so much, and I just know that my story will resonate with a lot of people, and I want to encourage them to not get stuck up here. Because even when you heal from something, you can be stuck up here for a long time. Like in the victim mindset, and no one listens to me, and I can't do this, I'm too weak, I'm not good enough. Those are all things that have held me back from pursuing music. But it came from that journey with Lyme.
So on the new EP, what if you had to pick a track that you feel is most like personal and that you feel the most like proud of? What would you say?
That's so hard. I'm proud of all of them. I think they turned out so good. So shout out to Shannon MacArthur and Aaron Rocket for making the songs sound amazing. I could not have done it without them. Each time I would get a song back, I'd be like, this is my new favorite one. So the last track that I got back was Dear Life, which is the 5th track, and it's the slowest, more ballad song on the EP. I feel most proud of that one because it's very raw and very real, and it isn't just about Lyme, that song. I wrote it after I had my son, and I went through a year of postpartum depression. So I really like it when I can write a song that resonates with multiple experiences.
Yes. Yep.
So that one I feel like I'm most proud of. I actually wrote the song 7 or 8 years ago. Same melody, but I had completely different words.
Oh.
And then a couple years ago, I went back to that song, and I was like, man, I really want to use this song, but I'm listening to these words, and this does not resonate with me anymore, and I want this to be about something else. And so I rewrote all the words, and I really like that song a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is going to be a weird introspective question.
Okay.
But if let's
I'm
say
here.
let's say if 16-year-old Allison could hear this EP
Right.
from 32-year-old Allison, how do you think that would
That's a great
affect the
question.
trajectory of?
I would have listened to it and say, wow, she's so positive. Who is this? I've really struggled with negativity. I still struggle with negativity, but I've really been working on my mindset and trying not to get stuck there. That would be something that I would really notice if 16-year-old me was listening to this EP. And at that time, I didn't know I had Lyme. And I felt like no one believed me when I was telling them what was going on with me. So it would be a really eye-opening experience to hear hard times changed me for the better
Right.
at that point,
Right.
because I didn't have any answers and I didn't know what was going to happen. So I think she would just wonder what happened to her.
Kind of an insight into like,
Yeah.
oh man, there's still more I'm going to be going through, and
Yeah, like how much longer? I mean, that's the question anyone asks themselves when they're going through something. Like, how much longer do I have to keep doing this? Like, when is something going to change?
It's such a mind like boggling thing to think about. Always, like I always think about like I never know where I'm going to be in 5 years.
Right.
And like 5 years ago, I would have never guessed that I am where
Exactly.
I am right now. So,
Right.
yeah, always just a fun sort of thing to think about where we are, where we're going.
Yeah, you just have no idea.
Yeah.
No matter how much you plan.
So I wanted you gave some shout outs to some people that worked on the EP with you. And this is maybe more for me as just like a nerd about this
Right.
kind of stuff. But I was in preparation for today. I listened to the EP through a few times and I was like, man, the production is so good on this.
Thank you.
Can you go into your process a little bit about
Yeah.
like how you get production done?
Yeah, well, I mentioned earlier, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me. That's not my gifting. Shannon MacArthur, he reached out to me a number of years ago through social media. And at that time I was like, I don't know this person. Like, I don't know who to work with. Like, I've worked with people in the past and things have just been like really slow, like getting the music back, and it's just really hard to know who you can trust to like get your stuff to you and it turn out the way that you were hoping. But anyways, I took a chance on Shannon, and I'm so grateful that he reached out to me those years ago. And he's just so talented, and he's incredibly humble. And then, so the first song that we recorded was Hard Times. That's the only song that Aaron did not play drums on. So those two connected, Shannon MacArthur and Aaron Rocket. And Shannon's in Austin, Texas. Aaron is over in the Nashville area. Wow. So boom, boom, boom. We're like all in 3 different locations of the country. So the second song, Behind the Smile, that was the first one that Aaron played drums on, and I was like, oh, well, he's playing drums on the rest of this EP because he's just so good, and he added other instruments on too, so they both did different instrumentation on the tracks. All I did was sing. I wrote the song, I sang, and I played piano. Like, that's all I did. Okay. They did everything else, and the mixing and the mastering, they both did together as well. So it was just incredible to get these mixes back and be like, oh my gosh, I wrote this. Like, they made this sound incredible.
It's really, really good. The drum sounds particularly stuck out to me as just like, it's such a great warm drum tone.
Right.
And
he's amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned social media, that you were reached out to initially on social media.
Yeah.
And I have to say, from a person with a background in marketing and that does social media marketing, your social media game is so good.
That makes me feel so good.
You put so much work, and I can see like you put so much. You always have a creative sort of approach at like visual storytelling, along with promoting the audio of your project. So what is the mental to that?
Well, I've decided to treat my music like a business, not just as an art. I mean, I would obviously prefer to just focus on writing and playing and not have to do all this other stuff. But in this day and age, if you want to get out there and you want to make this into your career, you have to be putting yourself out on social media consistently. And I had a booking agent, connect me with some other booking agents a few years ago. And I was basically told, it's not that you're not good enough, you don't have a big enough following. And that hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. Yeah. And I know people that have way bigger followings than me that have been told the same thing. Mm-hmm. So I've just chosen to build this as my business. And so social media is a huge part of that. It sucks at times to like have to pour that much effort into something else that doesn't feel like my passion, even though it is connected. But I feel like it's been worth it because I've met a lot of people, specifically through TikTok. I feel like is the best platform for artists, in my opinion, to connect with other musicians and artists. So I've connected with people from other countries, different parts of the country that are doing the same thing as me. And I gain inspiration from what they do. And it's just encouraging to see someone else that's doing the exact same thing and just get encouragement from them. Like, I have a lot of them commenting on my stuff. I'm like, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's a great way to connect. And I would agree that discoverability, especially like TikTok, is great for that. Right. Instagram's good for sales. Like
Instagram is hard
to send people to somewhere else.
I like Instagram, but it's just so hard.
It is.
I mean,
Instagram is tough.
I don't know. I feel like they're always changing the algorithms, and you're just like, I'm just throwing this out there and I don't know what's going to happen. And I was saying to you earlier that you just never know who you're impacting or who you're reaching, because a lot of people are silent watchers and they don't interact for whatever reason. Yep. I can get into my own head about like the reasons why they don't interact, but they just don't. And then sometimes I will see some of these people in public and they'll say, hey, that post you made about this, like, I'm so glad that you said that. And I'm like, I have no idea that you even saw it because you didn't like it.
I mean, you gotta like think about from your own perspective. I don't know if you spend a lot of time on social media, like as a
too much.
consumer,
Too much.
but like how much you're just like scrolling and you
Right.
don't engage
So I
with
do the
things that you see.
same thing. Yeah.
And it's even if you find something that you saw was funny or inspirational, you're not always gonna engage with it.
Right.
It's views. I feel like are such an important like factor.
Right.
Like you look at this reel or this TikTok was seen 5,000. That's 5,000 sets of eyes that saw some chunk
Part
of
of
what
it.
I had to say. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd never know. And I definitely do that. I'm scrolling and not interacting. I think it just hits harder for like creative people that are,
Yes.
you're putting your heart and soul and you're putting it out in public and you're like, oh, what are people going to think about
Yes.
this?
For sure.
And then when you don't get the interaction you want, you're like, I must suck. Like,
Nobody
I'm
likes what
Eeyore
I'm
today.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so true.
It is. It's
Just ask my husband. He hears me all the time. He's like, "You're doing a good job." I'm like, "But I'm not."
No,
Like,
I do the same. Like, even with this podcast, I like put up, so much time and whatever, and then I'll
Right.
put it out, and it's like, oh, you got 6 streams yesterday. It's like, good.
yeah. You never know who those 6 streams
That's
are.
true.
Though.
That's true. And yeah, it really is. I mean, I got some advice from a friend that said, like, especially with creative stuff, if you just do it and you keep doing it, like 1,000 people might see it that
Right.
have nothing to do with it, but one person sees it that like
Yeah.
becomes your biggest fan in the world and
Right.
starts spreading it to every single person they know.
Yeah.
And it really is just a matter of staying consistent, which you do. I see.
thank you.
I mean, you post all the time.
Yeah.
From what?
much.
No.
No, it's probably a little too much, but I don't really care
No,
anymore.
that's really what you need to be doing, and
Right.
that's so you're consistent and you are creative in your visuals. And I just wanted to say that I
Thank you.
appreciate your
I
social
really
media
appreciate that so much because I've been really consistent on there for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And sometimes I sit down and I'm like, do I keep doing this? Like, should I keep doing this? Is this doing anything? Is this reaching anyone? And then I have to zoom out and look back. 2.5 years ago, I was not performing at all.
game.
I was not posting at all. I had only released one single in 2018. So I've definitely grown
Yeah.
in the last 2.5 years. It just is never as fast as you want it to
Right.
be. You just want to be like, oh, here we are, a
Yeah.
success. Because that's what we see with other
Yes.
people, but we don't actually see their story of how long it took them to get there. Like, no one really is an overnight success.
Right.
And anyone that appears to be probably has a lot of money behind them,
Yeah.
with
yeah.
marketing and
For sure.
making it look that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like Jelly Roll was an overnight success.
Right.
And I keep seeing
Right.
that guy
Everywhere. Right.
and I don't understand.
He's
but
like, do it with everyone. I know.
So you kind of touched on, and I wanted to move into performing.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little bit before the show, and you said that you're finally happy to have a weekend where you are
I'm
able
off.
to kind of do nothing. What is your sort of scope on shows? Like, what is your
Right.
performance schedule and
Right.
stuff look like?
Okay, so I could talk about this a lot. I'm just performing solo right now. Do I desire to have a band? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to have a band. Like, that's my dream, and to play like bigger venues. Right now, I'm just playing restaurants, wineries, breweries. So they're smaller, and I'm playing a lot of covers. Like, I throw in original music, but it's 3 to 4 hours of
wow,
covers
yeah.
and original music. And it's tough. It's really tough because some places I'm playing, no one's paying attention to me. I'm just background noise.
Yeah.
I am getting paid. So
That's good. Yeah.
it is a gift. It's really easy to just be like, this sucks. No one likes me
Yeah.
because no one's paying attention. But hey, I went from not playing anything to now I'm performing and I'm getting paid to do something that I love to do. I've had to learn how to book gigs by myself too.
Yeah.
That's been a lot of work. But yeah, performing for the summer, it's like every weekend.
Wow.
I do have a part-time job too, so I'm not just doing this full time
Yeah.
yet. So it's a lot of spinning plates, like working my part-time job. I'm a mom of a 3-year-old. That's
Yeah.
a full-time
Yeah,
job.
that's the whole thing in itself. Plus some.
Social media, booking all my gigs, learning all these songs, and then going and performing them, and
Sitting under gazebos talking to guys.
interviews. Like, I didn't have to book this one. Thank you to you.
Yeah.
But a lot of my interviews, I'm reaching out because that's something that people don't talk about as musicians. They like to pretend that like everything is, I'm a big deal and things are just
Yeah.
handed to me. No,
Yeah,
that's
nope.
not how it works.
Press is such a big part of it.
You gotta do it. And if you're not doing it, if someone's like a bigger artist, they're not doing it, but they've hired someone else to do it.
Yes.
Someone is reaching out on their behalf
Yep.
to book these things. And so that's something that I've had to learn how to do too. But yeah, back to performances. It's a lot of performances during the summer. And in the last 2 years, with my part-time job and being married and having a son, I've performed over 100 times, which
Wow.
is a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot of shows.
Right. So I've gained a lot of experience and learned what not to do, and I'm still growing. I'm learning. Yeah.
You got the new EP out. You're doing shows. Where would you like to see yourself in, like, I don't know, let's say 2 years? That's a
Right.
short enough time.
I would love to be playing at like smaller theaters with, if not a full band, like 2 other people, like at least a guitarist and maybe a drummer.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, and I would love to be able to just do my original music. And part of what I love about performing is not just singing. I love yapping.
Oh, yeah.
I love talking about where the song came from, and I think that it makes it so much more impactful. So I would love to have more experiences like that where I'm sharing the stories behind the songs and then performing them. And another thing that I would like to get into as well is more house concerts, because that's
Oh, yeah.
that vibe
Yeah.
of sharing all of that information.
Yeah. I did a podcast episode that never came out because I lost half of it.
Oh, no.
With a group of friends. They run Chili Manor in town. I don't know
Okay.
if you're familiar with
Yes.
that. But they do a bunch of cool DIY house
Right, I
venue
like that.
shows, and very, very cool. So,
Yeah.
that vibe is super, super fun. So do you have any, like, pre-show rituals in all
Right.
these performances that you like to do?
Well, I'm starting to. I
Yeah.
didn't at the beginning, and now as I've kept going, I'm like, I need to drink warm liquid. I need to have tea.
Yeah.
Especially during the winter months here, it's so dry. And if I'm playing in a place that has the heat running really high, or I'm in front of a fireplace, which has happened a number of times,
yeah.
I'm like, my throat is getting so dried out by halfway through the performance. So that's something that I've been doing. I also try to just like take care of myself better. It is teaching me how to rest more, because singing is not just this is so fun. It is fun, but it's like running a marathon.
Yeah.
When you're singing for that length of time, just being physically and mentally prepared. I try to do nothing the day of a
Okay, yeah.
performance and not try. I mean, there have been actually a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I'm never doing this again. We were up at my parents' house, and they live like 4.5 hours north of here.
Oh, wow.
And we went up there for like a day, and then we came back, and that same day I had to play in Decorah, Iowa, which is like an hour and 20 minutes
Yep.
south of here. So we drove all the way home, like 4.5 hours, and I had about 45 minutes to pack up all my gear and get ready. And then I drove an hour and 20 minutes south to Decorah, and I was like, why did I do this? So giving myself time to just do nothing and to just rest is much needed.
Yes.
And also just say positive things to myself too.
Oh,
like,
so important.
Like, I can do this. I am talented. I am good enough, and all those things, because once you start performing, it's very easy to get in your head and
Very
look at
much.
individual people and think, oh my gosh, what are they thinking about me? Do they think I suck? And you get in your head, and all of a sudden you're not thinking about the music anymore, and you're just lost in outer space in your head. And I've done that way too many times.
Yeah. I feel like when I perform, I almost have to semi disassociate a little bit, because otherwise
Right.
I'll start hyper focusing on like like you said, you pick out one
Right.
person in the crowd and
You're like, they're making a
they're like,
face.
yeah, they're like hard looking at you, and you're like, am I not entertaining? Like, what is going on?
Am I off key? Like, what's happening?
So it's almost like you need to like get to a place where you're just like you're still focused on what you're doing and you're like hitting what you need to hit, but it's like you're in a sort of a dream. At least that's for me. That's how.
Yeah,
it is
I
for-
try to pretend that I'm alone.
Yeah.
Or somewhere else. Like, how would I perform this if it was just me in my living room and I wasn't thinking about this person standing right here giving me the stink eye?
Somebody yelling "Freebird" every.
Oh yeah. I don't even know how many times I've had someone say something like that.
Okay, so I like to talk a little bit about the local scene, the local music scene, because that's kind of what the idea of the podcast is, right? Too. So, do you have any sort of like local venues that you love playing at?
I've played at a lot of places in the last few years. I would say my vibe definitely fits more of the winery style. So I love playing at El Maro.
Oh, yeah.
I love playing at the Charmant. I'm going to be there in June. Any winery really is my vibe.
Nice.
But I've had great experiences at pretty much almost every place that I've played at. And it's just a matter of getting myself booked there. And getting in the door.
Yeah.
And then being invited back.
Have you ever collaborated with any other musicians around the area?
Not yet. I will say I feel like I'm very what's the word? Isolated, I guess, just because I do have a part-time job and I have a 3-year-old and it's really hard. Like, we don't have childcare for our son, so my husband and I do everything. So I haven't really had a lot of experience of collaborating with people. I collaborate with my dad, but he's about 4.5 hours away, so we're doing some shows this summer up in the Northwoods.
Oh, that's cool.
I need to try and get him down here for some.
Yeah.
But not yet. The people that I've collaborated with have been virtually in other parts of the country. So
Aren't we so fortunate to be able to
Right.
do that, though? That's
Right.
such a cool thing that musicians have access to now.
I never would have met any of these people otherwise. It's really cool.
So I always like to kind of end the episode with open microphone. Whatever you'd like to
Whatever I
say,
wanna
whatever
say.
you want to shout out,
Yeah.
whatever you want to, whatever, any sort of message you want to give.
Yeah. I could go so many directions with this. I would say if you want to do something, do it and just build it, because waiting around for someone else to validate you or tell you that you're good enough is just it's a waste of time. And apart from Lyme, that was something that I really did for a long time, was waited for someone to come in and say, you're good enough, like, or I'll help you. You know what I mean? Like, the movies just make it seem like someone's going to swoop in and make your career or your dream happen for you, especially when it comes to music. And that can happen for some people, but with those situations, I think a lot of musicians learn that they get taken advantage of because they don't really know how everything runs. And when you have to build it yourself, you have to learn all these different facets. You have to learn how to book your gigs. You have to learn how to do social media. You have to learn how to at least record your own vocal and piano part, because I didn't know how to do that 2 years ago. So there's so much that you have to learn, but it's not impossible to do. And we do live in a day and age where it's so much easier with the internet.
Yes.
Like, you can ask ChatGPT how to do something if you don't know how to do it.
It's true. YouTube
it's-
has everything you'll ever need.
Everything that you want to do, you can do, because the information is out there. It's just a matter of trying, and you're going to fail, and you're going to learn what not to do, but it's certainly possible to build your own music business or any creative business that you want to do.
Yeah. Where can people go to follow you and support what you're doing?
Great. Allison Sky Music is the website. Everything is there. All the social media platforms, Allison Sky Music. It's the same everywhere. You can find me on Bandcamp. I just put my CD on my website, so you can actually order it just buy it from me that way. I really wanted to have physical.
Oh, yeah.
Physical
I love
thing.
a physical. Yep.
I just don't.
Yep.
I love streaming for the discovery aspect, but I love listening to CDs, and so you can find that on my website at allisonskymusic.com.
Well, I think that's kind of all I had.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming out. It's
Yeah.
been great talking, and yeah, check out the new EP. Again, follow her on social media. Social media is great. Yeah, that's all I really have to say.
All right. We'll see you soon.